going on, guys? Welcome to the Saturday News Show. So it's been, once again, crazy week for gaming news, so let's just jump into it. Now, in the past weeks, we've been talking about people dropping out of E3. Well, it may be a little bit worse than that now. If you didn't know, the GDC, the Game Developers Conference, has actually been postponed due to the coronavirus. A lot of people are very weary of travel and gathering into big groups, especially because it's transferred by, touching your mouth, touching your hands, and, hand sanitizer's a premium on eBay right now, apparently. But they're starting to show signs at E3 where they're also showing concerns of the virus. Now, who knows? It's later in the summer, so by then we may be talking that all this stuff is good to go and not a problem. But as it is right now, things are leaning towards it's not going to be too good, which is kind of a bummer for me. I know a lot of people are mixed on E3. Is E3 necessary anymore? Is it worth all of the money to go to E3? I personally like E3. I like watching the big presentations. Of course, the big three, Nintendo, Microsoft, and PlayStation. Although now Nintendo seems to do their Treehouse live, and PlayStation now does their PlayStation Experience. The only one who really shows up out of those three is Microsoft. But, hell, last year when Microsoft showed up, they announced Phantasy Star Online 2. So, it's still a big deal. I know there's a lot of stuff going on with people being weary of the virus. So, here's to hoping everything's good by then. But what do you guys think? Do you guys think that maybe this is going to postpone E3 or cancel it altogether? Or, who knows? I didn't. I wasn't originally gonna even talk. I was gonna talk about something else. I was gonna talk about something else in the video today until I read this article. They've just confirmed that Nemesis in the Resident Evil 3 remake can break into your safe rooms. Like, the one place where you're like, oh, thank God, a safe room. Let me get in my little box, grab my herbs, heal up. Nemesis just comes in. I can't even imagine. Oh my God, that's gonna be so terrible. I can't wait for this game. Something you guys need to know about me. I am like a pansy when it comes to scary games. I was always the one who was watching growing up, so I never owned these originally. In fact, the first Resident Evil I ever owned was the Resident Evil 2 remake, and it just looked so. I played the demo and it was like, wow, this is amazing, I have to do it. And the whole time I played it, of course, I was cowering on my couch and my wife would jump scare me. But I really enjoyed it, so I was all in on Resident Evil 3 remake. I'm like, I don't know anything about this story. So I'm all about it. But one thing you do know, especially from playing 2, is like, hey, thank God there's a safe room, because my boy Tyrant's just walking after me, and I can just imagine. You think you're safe, you think you're good to go, and then like boom, elbowing the door down. That's gonna be something. This is gonna be interesting. Some cool news this week. A Halo Anniversary Edition has just dropped on PC. If you are a PC player, which I'm not, sadly, but if you're a PC player, this is awesome news for you. I know people are going to be jumping in with mods and all sorts of fun stuff, but that means that the Master Chief Collection, now on PC, you have Reach, and of course Halo Anniversary Collection, or Anniversary Edition. And the Anniversary Edition, you are able to switch back and forth between the old and the new graphics, but now it's been upgraded with 4K widescreen support for PC players, and of course the conveniences of rekeying, rebinding your keys, and also voice chat. I don't know about you guys, but like I said, I haven't really played many PC games in my life, but there are two that stand out to me, three, I guess. But the two that stand out to me the most are probably the original Halo on PC and Diablo 2. Diablo 2 just because it's Diablo 2. But I remember the original Halo on PC. I remember playing it with my buddy, and this is back before, you know, I knew anything about PC gaming, which I still have very limited knowledge. But I thought it was cool that people had special games lined up to where your sniper rifle would make a tank fly away, or you know, warthogs could fly around. So if you could do all that stuff way back when, I can only imagine what kind of mods are coming out now. I mean, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if you're gonna have you know, every elite is Macho Man Randy Savage or some kind of craziness. But any of you guys pick that up on online? And if so, are you guys enjoying it? Let me know in the comments down below. Another awesome thing that happened this week, if you didn't know, if you've been living under a rock, or if you missed my video on it, which I'll put up here, the Final Fantasy VII demo just dropped. They're just Monday. They're like, hey, guess what? Boom. And I'll tell you what, I enjoyed it. Like I said, I linked the video up top. Check it out if you want to see my impressions. Maybe you don't have a PS4 or you don't have internet fast enough to download it, or rather than download it, you want to just watch me play it. Whatever. I thought it was pretty cool. It's going to be an adjustment for some people. I definitely would recommend playing the demo if you're planning on getting the game, mainly because it is so different. I mean, obviously an action-based RPG is going to be different than a turn-based RPG, but it's even more than that, because they kind of combine this whole where you build up your bar to do certain actions, as in use potions, spells, what have you. And you know, they don't have jumping, which I know is here nor there, but you know, it's like it's dipping its toes into Kingdom Hearts Final Fantasy 15, but then trying to make it its own thing, which isn't bad. It just definitely needs to be played. You gotta dip your toes in. You gotta see what it's doing, because it's different, and you know, you don't want to be stuck on day one with a huge learning curve. Or if you don't like the combat, maybe it'll affect if you're going to purchase it or not. The only downside, and I said this in my video, the only downside I personally had, I did not enjoy that boss fight. I'm hoping that it's just that boss fight that I didn't enjoy, and they're not all like that. But it felt like a slog. It felt like once you figured out the pattern, you were just going through the motions until it died. And you know, I've never been a fan of bullet sponge enemies. I mean, I understand that you want a boss fight to feel like a boss fight and span out, but I mean, I remember when I played the original one, you know, it was strategy, you beat the thing, the scorpion tank, and you're done. In this game, it felt like I was just repeating the same motions over and over again, and they gave me like 38 potions, and I ended up using like 38 potions, just because it's like, okay, hit, get hit, take potion, hit. But that's just me. I mean, hopefully you guys played it, and if you did, drop down in the comments down below, what did you think about it? And you know, are you still gonna get it, or was there something maybe you didn't like about it? I don't know, just let me know. So that's gonna do it today. So the last few weeks I've actually been doing a comment of the day kind of thing. But on the last news video, I literally got 0 comments. Not one. Which is weird, because I think I've gotten a comment on every single video I've ever done, except for last week's. So I guess last week's video sucked. So I'm sorry. So hopefully this one didn't suck, and leave a comment down below, and maybe we can talk about it next week. That being said, it's been a really fun week. We've been doing all sorts of fun stuff here on the channel, so go check out the videos I did this week. And, you know, as always, like, dislike if you didn't like it. Please leave a comment. It'd be fun to talk with you guys. Subscribe if you haven't, if you like hanging around. And as always, take it easy.